Introduction to Java Programming Language. You may refer to your book, pages 2 to 8 of your Java textbook. Here are our objectives. Demonstrate an understanding of the concept of Java programming language, its history, and development design goals using the IntelliJ or BlueJ. Let's define first the following words. First, we have Java. What is Java? Java is a general-purpose computer programming language that is concurrent, class-based, object-oriented. When you say concurrent, it is the ability to run several programs. When you say class-based, object-oriented, it used to model real-world objects and classes. We have here the word architecture neural. Java was designed to create applications that can execute in different operating systems. It can run on Windows, Linux, iOS, or mobile phones. We have here the word bytecodes. It is the language of Java program, also known as the P code or the portable code. We have here the word high-performance computing. These are applications that aims to solve complex computational programs. It most generally refers to the practice of aggregating computing power in a way that delivers much higher performance than one could get out of a typical desktop computer. We have here the word Java Virtual Machine. These are software or softwares that executes Java codes, executes or read the Java codes. We have here the word multi-threading. It allows a program to execute many tasks at the same time. Java multi-threading is mostly used in games and animation. What is a class? It defines the common variables and methods of a set of objects. What is an object? It is an instance of a class. Classes and objects are basic concept of object-oriented programming language. Class is a user-defined blueprint or prototype from which objects are created. It represents the set of properties or methods that are common to all objects of one type. An object or objects have states and behaviors. Example, a dog has states. What are the states? Color, name, breed, as well as behaviors. What are the behaviors? Wagging the tail, barking, eating. We have here the word interface, a device or program enabling a user to communicate with a computer. Example, what is the interface of an IntelliJ IDEA? We have here the word message. It is an information unit that the system sends back to the user or system operator with information about the status of an operation, an error, or other condition. So the moment you run your program, if it is successful, it will display a message. Or if it has an error, it also displays an error. We have here the method. It is a set of code which is referred to by name and can be called at any point in a program simply by utilizing the method's name. We have here the word inheritance. These are the attributes and methods from one class to another. Inheritance in Java is a mechanism in which one object acquires all the properties and behaviors of a certain object. We have here the word encapsulation. It's a mechanism of wrapping the data and code acting the data together as a single unit. In encapsulation, the variables of a class will be hidden from other classes and can be accessed only through the methods of the current class. We have here the word compile error, compile time error. It is any type of error that prevent a Java program compile, like a syntax error, class not found, bad file name for the defined class, or possible loss of precision when you are mixing different data types and so on. Next one, runtime error, an error which happens while the program is running. So there are two types of error in a program. First, we have the compile time error and the runtime error. We have here the word bug. Bug refers to the errors in a program, and if you want to remove the errors in a program, it's called debug. Here are the design goals behind Java. Java-oriented programming language, or the OOP, made to model real-world objects and classes, encapsulate data and function. Example, class and object. Example of a class here is a person. It's a person. Then what's the name of the person? The name here is Jonathan, and the age is 30. Birthday is March 4. So Jonathan 30 and March 4 refers to object. Name, age, and birthday refers to class. What are the 7 characteristics of Java programming? First characteristic of Java is Java is used for networking. It has many classes to program internet communication. So what are examples of internet communication? We have the social media, email, blog, and chat. Java-enabled devices such as mobile phones. Java is used to build applications and platforms for a number of devices, including computers, laptops, gaming consoles, Blu-ray players, car navigation systems, medical devices, parking meters, lottery terminals, and mobile phones. and also web pages with additional animation and functionality such as Java servlets or the Java tutorials point. Next is Java is simple. It derived from C and C++, simpler than C or C++. No preprocessors, pointers were eliminated. Common data structures that use pointers such as stacks, lists, and trees are available. When you say no preprocessors, no need for a computer program that modifies data to conform with the input requirements of another program. When you say pointers were eliminated, Java doesn't support pointers explicitly. Pointers is just the address of some location in memory. A pointer is a variable whose value is the address of another variable. Next, Java is robust. It employs strong type checking. Every data structure is defined and its type is checked during compilation and runtime. Built-in exception handling. Garbage collection is done automatically. Java has a certain degree of fault tolerance, which is a property that allows a platform to continue to function in the event of failure or an error. Java also has a good exception handling when running your program. After you compile your program, the Java virtual machine performs security checks when executing the code. When you say built-in exception handling, example, arithmetic exception. It is thrown when an exceptional condition has occurred in an arithmetic operation. Example, class not found exception. The exception is raised when we try to access a class whose definition is not found. In garbage collection, finds unused objects and deletes them to free up memory. We have here Java is dynamic. There are many available Java resources in the internet. Yes, everything about Java you can search in Google. Using interfaces. There are lots of Java interface we can use in the internet. One that is prescribed in our textbook is the Java IntelliJ or the IntelliJ IDEA. We have also the BlueJ, the Java Online, the NetBeans. How about classes are dynamically loaded? So for the record, we have the 5,000 classes built into Java, and programmers have written hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of their own. Next, Java is secure. System breakers cannot gain access to system resources, such as the Java bytecode, loaded classes, and a public key encryption system. Java was created to run in various environments, even in those where security is a top concern. To address this, Java lets you construct network applications that can be secured from intrusion by unauthorized code attempting to invade the network. Java is free. Java can be downloaded from the internet for free. Just go to this java.sun.com. Then you can compile your Java code from the command line that makes the Java portable. These are the command line of Java. And also Java can execute on any machine which has the Java virtual machine. As long as you have the Java virtual machine, so you can execute the Java codes. Java is portable because it can run in iOS, Windows, Linux, and mobile phones. Integrated Development Environment, or the IDE, we can use BlueJ, and BlueJ was prescribed in other previous edition of our textbook, but right now we are using the IntelliJ. We are using the IntelliJ idea. We have here versions of Java program. First, we have the JSE, the Java Standard Edition. We have the JEE, the Java Enterprise Edition. We have the JME, Java Micro Edition. What are the examples of JSE? We have the SIM cards and smart cards. For the JEE, it's used by the large number of users. JME are normally mobile devices such as mobile phones and other embedded devices such as Blu-ray players, TV boxes, and printers. There are lots of programming logos. Came up from this one, this one, this one, this one, and this is the present. Founders of Java. Java Programming Language initiative started in 1991 and was spearheaded by a group of engineers from Sun Microsystems named the Green Team and led by James Gosling. It was acquired by the Sun Microsystems by Oracle Corporation in 2009-2010. Oracle has since described itself as the steward of Java technology. Like many programming languages, Java had several names before the developers finally settled for one. Java was once named Oak, since there was an oak tree outside the engineer's office. Then it was named Green because it was spearheaded by the Green Team engineers, until finally settled for Java, since they were consuming a lot of Java coffee during the course of their development. So there are three names of Java. First, we have an oak, the green, and the Java. He is the founder. James Arthur Gosling is a Canadian computer scientist, best known as the founder and lead designer behind the Java programming language. Why do we need to learn Java? First, Java is easy to learn. Why? Java has fluent English-like syntax with minimum magic characters. Example, generics angle brackets, which makes it easy to read Java program and learn quickly. Generics angle brackets, the opening and closing angle brackets. Next, we have Java is OOP. OOP stands for Object-Oriented Programming. Java is one of the few close to 100% OOP programming languages. Java also promotes the use of solid and object-oriented design principles in the form of open source projects like Spring, which make sure your object dependency is managed well by using the dependency injection principle. Next, we have the Java Rich API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. When I first started Java programming, I used to code applets, and those days applets provide excellent animation capability which amazes new programmers like us who are used to code in Turbo C++ editor. Next, we have powerful development tools. Example, Eclipse, NetBeans, IntelliJ IDEA, BlueJ. Believe it or not, Eclipse and NetBeans have played a huge role in making Java one of the best programming languages. Coding in IDE is a pleasure. Next, we have great collection of open source libraries. Open source libraries ensure that Java should be used everywhere. Another reasons why we need to learn Java: wonderful community support. A strong and thriving community is the biggest strength of Java programming language and platform. No matter how good a language is, it wouldn't survive if there is no community to support, help, and share their knowledge. Next, Java is free. People like free things, don't you? So if a programmer wants to learn a programming language or an organization wants to use technology, cost is an important factor. Since Java is free from the start, example, you don't need to pay anything to create Java application. Next, we have excellent documentation program. When I first saw Java Doc, I was amazed. It's a great piece of documentation which tells a lot of things about Java application programming interface. I think without Java Doc documentation, Java wouldn't be as popular, and it's one of the main reasons why I believe Java is the best programming language. Next, Java is platform independent. In the 1990s, this was the main reason for Java's popularity. The idea of platform independence is great, and Java's tagline, write once, run anywhere, or the WORA, was enticing enough to attract lots of new development in Java. This is still one of the reasons for Java being the best programming language. Most Java applications are developed in the Windows environment and run in the Linux platform. Last one, Java is everywhere. Yes, Java is everywhere. It's on the desktop, it's on mobile, it's on the card, almost everywhere. And so is Java programmers. I think Java programmers outnumber any other programming language professional. Though I don't have any idea to back this up, it's based on experience. This was availability of Java programmers is another reason why organizations prefer to choose Java for new development than any other programming languages. How to create a program. How to create a Java program. We're going to create a Java program in the next chapter of our lesson. What are the sample programs made by Java? It depends upon what you need. Example, you need a library system. You can create a library system using Java. If you need a payroll system, you can write a program using Java portable code. If you need a calculator, you can create a calculator using the Java portable code. In your learning activity, you are assigned to do pages 6 and 7 of your Java textbook, and you are assigned to take a picture of it and upload to Google Forms using Genu account. Deadline is today, August 10, 2020.